Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm doing a Hieratic Dragon deck profile. So I'm really excited for this one because this deck is going to leave you speechless after you see it, and I am so excited for that. I've been working on this deck for a while, playtesting it and seeing how I could get this deck to work a little bit better, and tweaking it and doing all sorts of weird things in this deck. And this is probably one of the weirdest, coolest decks I have ever built in my life. It is so fun and so weird, all the different things that you can be able to do with this deck. So, without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, definitely become a Ko-Fi member and a Patreon member, and donate to the Ko-Fi if you'd like to. So, let's get into this. So, this is a really cool deck, and you can already tell it's going to be fun because we have Ultimaya to Tzolk'in on the front, which this deck can actually make very easily during Master Rule 5. I hope they don't hit this card. I really hope they don't hit that card on Master Rule 5. I think a lot of people have forgotten it even exists. So, first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. So Tefnuit's a really, really cool card that if you control, it basically is like Cyber Dragon, that if you control, opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, and this card cannot attack during the turn. You special summon it this way, and then all the Hieratic monsters in the main deck share this ability. Now, when this card is tributed, you can special summon one normal dragon monster from your deck, or from your hand deck or graveyard, but you make its attack 0/0. That's not a big deal, we're just getting them on the field as materials. We play 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Su. Hieratic Dragon of Su is one of the cooler cards in this deck that if you control a Hieratic monster on your side of the field, you can tribute it to special summon Hieratic Dragon of Su from your hand, and then you can also tribute a Hieratic monster from your hand to the graveyard, or tribute a Hieratic monster, then from your hand or your side of the field, and then target spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy that card. And then when this card is tributed, you can special summon one dragon, and then make its attack 0/0, and it has to be a normal dragon. We played 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Nebthet. Nebthet is really good too. It pops monsters, but you can also special summon it from your hand by tributing another Hieratic on your side of the field, and then you tribute a Hieratic to pop a monster on the field, which is pretty cool. And then we play 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Eset. Eset's the one I usually want to open up because it's the one you can normal summon for free. You just normal summon Eset, and its attack and defense becomes, or its attack becomes 1,000, which is not that big of a deal. And then also you can target, something that's really cool about Eset is that it can manipulate its level, that you can target it on the field, or you can activate its effect, and then target a normal monster on the field and make every single one of your Hieratics the same level as that normal monster, which turbos out your Tzolk'in. So like if you special summon out Labradorite Dragon with this, and Labradorite Dragon is a tuner monster, you can special summon this and the Hieratic, or this and the Labradorite, and basically contact Synchro them into Ultimaya to Tzolk'in, which is really cool. Then we play something that I think is a really neat little tech engine in here, and that is Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8. So we're going to go through this engine really quickly. So basically you're going to play 3 copies of Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 4. Now again, this is a really weird deck, so bear with me. It works. It is fun and it works. So you're going to be playing 3 copies of Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 4. If you guys have never encountered these cards, the level monsters, they all can level up from like Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 4, level 6, level 8. So it's kind of like Pokemon that they evolve through their forms, which is kind of cool. But control of this card cannot be switched, and during the end phase of this card destroyed a monster by battle, you can send this card from your field to the graveyard, and then special summon Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6 from your hand or deck. Then we play 3 copies of Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6, which is something really interesting. Now, the cool thing about this card is when you special summon it off of your copy of Hieratic Dragon King of Atum, you can actually use its effect to be able to, you can level it up into level 8 with a card called Level Up. But its effect is basically, as long as this card remains face on the field, it's unaffected by spell cards, and during the end phase of the turn, this card destroyed a monster of battle, then you can send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 from your hand or deck. Really cool effect, right? Okay, so the neat thing about this is you can special summon something like, just bear with me, you can special summon something like this, like your Tefnuit, and if you have this and Tefnuit in hand, you can tribute summon, or you can special summon this, normal summon this by tributing the Tefnuit, activate its effect, special summon a different dragon from your deck, and you've still got plays, and you can normal summon this one. Now you cannot normal summon Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8, But Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 is a really cool card that its effect is this card cannot be special summoned with card effects. And it can only be special summoned by the effect of Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6. And then when this card remains face up on the field, you can negate the effects of any spell on the field and destroy them. That is not once per turn. He just negates any spell at any time as many times as you want. He is a cool card, and I actually have a complete lock of my opponent from spells and monster effects in this deck, which is absolutely insane. Then we play a single copy of Red Eye's Darkness Metal because it is a dragon deck. You can banish a dragon, special summon this card, and then once per turn, you can either special summon a dragon from your hand or graveyard, which is really cool. And then I play 2 copies of Dragard. Dragard is interesting because when it's normal summon, you can target a normal monster with 1,000 or less attack in your grave, and then special summon that card in face of defense. And then once per turn, you can tribute a dragon monster, and then target a monster you control, and its level becomes 8. And if you do, it gains 800 attack. So usually you're going to tribute a Hieratic monster to activate this effect, normal summon this card, and then special summon out your Overlord dragon. And then after you do that, you just overlay this and that into a rank 8, which is really cool. Because we're doing rank 8, Ultimaya, Tzolk'in, rank 8, Horus Black Flame Dragon, Hieratics. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And rank 6, which we can do both in this deck, which is kind of weird. Like, there's so many different paths that you can go in this deck. So that's it for the effect monsters. Let's get into the vanilla monsters that we're going to be special summoning off of Hieratic Dragon effects. So we're going to go over these very quickly. And there's 1 copy of Hieratic Dragon Seal of the Sun Dragon Overlord. Basically, this is a 0/0 monster that you're going to be special summoning to your side of the field to go into your rank 8. So you can level manipulate your E-set into other levels to go into this card. You don't have to play this if you don't want to. I like going into the rank 8s. If you're not going to do that, drop all 3 of these and play 3 of these. Play 3 copies of Super Poly. Because that is a really viable option to be able to go against your opponent with. So that is an option, but these combo off with your level 8 to make your rank 8 plays, which is really, 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 really neat to be able to go into your rank 8 plays in this deck. Then we play a single copy of Wattail. Wattail is basically just a level 6 dragon monster, lets us go into rank 6 plays. And then a single copy of Labradorite Dragon. Labradorite Dragon is cool because it's a tuner monster and lets us go into our Ultimaya Tzolk'in by sending a non-tuner and a tuner monster that's level 5 or higher to the graveyard. So these 3 are 3 vanilla monsters, or our garnets of the deck. But you can, again, drop this and play Galaxy Serpent or Super Poly or whatever you want. I like playing the rank 8s because I like summoning this big guy in the background. But it's options. It depends on what you want to go for. But I like this particular build. So that's it for all the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing that 1 of Raigeki because you just don't want to deal with your opponent's monsters at all. So we drop that 1 of Raigeki. 1 copy of Monster Reborn. It's a good extender in this deck. You can change this out for Lightning Storm. I don't have Lightning Storm. I don't think it's worth $40 now. I don't want to play that card if it's that much, so I just play Raigeki. It's not that big of a deal. 1 copy of Dragon's Mirror. This card's really interesting, and it's really easy to go off. If you don't if you make your monsters and then somehow they out it, you can always summon 5-headed dragon. And you can drop the 1 of Dragon Mirror to do that. So, I mean, it's really easy to do, too. We play the same copy of Pot of Avarice because we're going to burn through our monsters pretty quickly. So you play the Pot of Avarice so you can just refill your resources. And then this is a weird tech that I've been playing in Hieratics for a long time. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, you already know it. If it was something new, I would definitely do a guess that card. And I guarantee you guys would not get it. But let's see. I tell you what. Let's see who the real people that follow like every single one of my deck profiles are. Comment down below and tell me what you think before you see this card, what it is. And I'll give you guys 3 seconds. This is just going to be a fun test. So definitely comment down below. Tell me what you think it is. Guess that card. See what it is. And tell me what you think it is. And I'll reveal it in 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to comment down below and tell me what you think it is. So here we go. It is 2 copies of the Claw of Heremos. Okay, why am I playing the Claw of Heremos? Because you can make Red Eye's Black Dragon Sword in this deck with this card, which is dumb. I'll explain that in a minute. So then we play 3 copies of Level Up. Level Up basically just lets us level up our Horus the Black Flame Dragon from either 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 for free with just this card, which is really cool. And it even has Horus on it, We play 3 copies of the Hieratic Seal of Convocation. Convocation is basically here to let us add Hieratics from our deck to our hand. It's a 3 in the deck, and it's a Rhoda, essentially. And then we play 3 copies of Call by the Grave, because Call by the Grave really helps out. If you don't feel like you're drawing as many monsters, like I said, you can drop the Dragguard and the Hieratic Overlord. The big ball. You can drop that, and you can drop the 2 Dragguards to play 3 Super Polys, which gives you more spells and more outs to your opponent's boards, which is optional if you want to go that route. And 5-headed Dragon in this deck against a board that makes Boral Sword, Boral Load, Savage, and something like that is just devastating. Like, it is crazy. And you'll make somebody cry. So that's it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. So I was mentioning earlier about Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. That's a really good card, and you guys should definitely try it out in this deck. So first off, we're going to be playing Ultimaya Tzolk'in. This card is going to be the most card that we're going to need to explain. So basically what this does is the way that you synchro summon this card, yes, you are not looking at it wrong. It has no level. So basically the way you summon this card is you use 2 monsters on your side of the field. Okay? Like any other synchro monster. But they have to be the same level. Okay, so like for instance, these are the same level, they're both level 6. So what you do is you send these 2 to the graveyard, and then you can special summon this card on your field, but always special summon it in defense position. That's really important. So basically what this card does is every time you set a spell or trap on your side of the field, once per turn, you can instantly special summon from your extra deck a level 7 or 8 Synchro Dragon monster instantly to your side of the field. Master Rule 5 right around the corner, this card's going to be busted. I really think it is. And also, as long as you control, I believe it's once per turn, let's see, what was the other effect of it? It cannot be targeted for attacks by card effects while you control another Synchro monster, which is really cool, so it just protects itself. I play a single copy of Star Eater. Yes, we do have that ghost rare Star Eater, and it is so gorgeous. This card is really good because sometimes you'll have an awkward moment where you'll have like Nebthet and a copy of Labradorite Dragon, and so you want to be able to synchro into something, so you synchro into this because 5 plus 6 is 11, so you make this. 1 copy of Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Yeah, I'm pulling out all the ghost rares for this deck profile, just about. Definitely give us a like, comment, and subscribe, and think about becoming a patron because it really helps out with these deck profiles. This card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field. That's not big in this deck, but once per turn you can destroy as many special summon monsters on the field as possible with attack less than or equal to this card's other than this card, and then inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent for each card destroyed, which can come in really handy if you need to burn your opponent for just a little damage. Beals, because it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. Void Ogre comes in super handy because you can lock your opponent out of not only spells with Horus the Black Flame Dragon, but you can also lock them out of traps and spells with this once per turn, because you can, if you don't have any cards in your hand, you can just negate it, and I'm going to guarantee you're going to burn through all your cards in your hand every single turn. 1 copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Crystal Wing is really good in this deck because basically what you do is if you can establish Crystal Wing alongside your Horus the Black Flame Dragon, you're locking them out of monster effects and spells, which is the lock that I end up with these 2 monsters with an Ultimaya Tzolk'in on field and maybe Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, boosting up Horus the Black Flame Dragon's attack points, which is usually pretty big. And it really helps out. But the Crystal Wing is super good in this deck, and you're usually going to go for that with your Ultimaya Tzolk'in. For our XYZ monsters, we're going to be playing 2 copies of the Hieratic Dragon, King of Atum. King of Atum lets us detach a material from him and then special summon a dragon monster from our deck and make its attack 0/0. It doesn't matter which one you do. Usually you're going to summon Flare Metal out of this. I feel like this is where they got inspiration for the Guard Dragons is this card, but this card is really good as a 2 of. I probably wouldn't play it as any more than 2. You play a single copy of Gaia Charger because you overlay this on top of it because this can't attack the turn you activate those effects. So you make Gaia Charge on top of it and can attack. It's very old school. 1 copy of Divine Dragon Lord Failgran, Divine Dragon Knight Failgran. I want to call it Divine Dragon Lord Failgran, but Divine Dragon Knight Failgran. It's really cool because you can detach a material from it and then target a card on the field. And this turn it's unaffected by all the card effects, so this card can really help you protect your other cards. The Hieratic Dragon Seal, Hieratic Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Heliopolis comes in handy because you can detach a material from it and then tribute cards that are monsters from your hand or your field up to the number of cards you want to destroy, and then destroy that many cards on your opponent's side of the field. The Tachyon Dragon comes in handy because you can basically negate spells as well with this card. So it's kind of like overkill with negating spells, which is really cool. Now, again, I will suggest if you don't want to play the Rank 8 engine, you can drop out those cards again, play Super Polys, drop these 3, play Starving Venom, Mud Dragon, and any other level 6. You play Volcasaurus if you wanted to in this position, if you wanted to go that route, or another Gaia Charger if you wanted to go that route too. We play a single copy of the Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Heavenly Spheres is super cool because you can... Oh, that was another card that you could play. You can play Heavenly Spheres if you want to play that. A second copy of that. Heavenly Spheres is really cool because it was small on the field. You contribute it and then bounce a card on your opponent's side of the field, bounce a monster, and then special summon a dragon from your hand or deck with 0 attack, and make its attack 0/0, which is pretty cool. The Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword is something we're going to have to go over really quick. Basically what this does is when you special summon it, you activate the Claw of Hermos and send a dragon from your hand to the grave. And then after you do, you get to special summon this card, and if it's special summon, you get to target one other monster on the field and equip this card to that monster. It gains 1,000 attack, and then it gains 500 for each dragon monster on the field and in the graveyard, which in this deck is going to be a lot of dragons. I mean, right off the bat, you're already going to make it go up by 1,500, plus if it's a dragon that equips to, it's going to go up by 2,000, and then if you're not just going to have one dragon. They're like potato chips. You can't just have one. And then one copy of 5-Headed Dragon, which is our Dragon's Mirror target. Card comes in clutch sometimes, and I've won so many duels in Yugioh Pro with this card. It's ridiculous. So that's it for the deck, guys. I know this was a little bit longer of a deck profile, but this deck takes a lot of explaining to do. If you guys want to see this deck in action, let me know. It's a really fun deck to play around with, and it's really, really cool to be able to play Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 in a deck nowadays, because that's kind of weird to be able to do. I really wish they'd give level monsters a little bit more support, but anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell on this so you can become part of the notification squad. Definitely consider becoming a patron, and definitely donate to the Ko-Fi if you'd like to. And anyways, this is Dark Armed Duels, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.